Yes, good morning, students. Our today's topic is energy. We'll be studying about energy and then we'll be studying about mechanical energy, then ultimately kinetic energy and work energy theorem. So, we'll start with energy first of all. How do we define energy? Energy of a body is defined as its capacity or ability to do work. How much work a body can do or how much work is done over that body, both refer to as energy. Now, very similar to work, energy is a scalar quantity. It is having same dimensional formula as of work. And is also having same unit as work, that is joule. Now this is energy for you, means you can consider it that work and energy go side by side. We do a work over some body, the body gains energy, and how much work we are doing, same amount of energy it will possess. Or if a body is doing some work, then it is the energy with which it is doing it, okay, or vice versa. So you consider energy and work, they go side by side. Now the next point is mechanical energy. Different forms of energy are there, and out of those different form, mechanical energy is one. Mechanical means machine, okay, which is automatic, doing work by its own. So mechanical energy क्या होती है? The energy produced by mechanical means is called mechanical energy. It's of two types. One is kinetic energy, in which the body is in motion, and second is potential energy, the energy possessed by a body due to its position. So these are two types of mechanical energy, kinetic energy and potential energy. Now comes the kinetic energy. The energy possessed by the body by virtue of its motion is known as kinetic energy. Now for that you can have an example of an moving object can do work, and that work is the energy before coming to rest. The amount of work it is doing is the kinetic energy, means the moment up to which it is in motion, the body is in motion, it is doing work. That complete work done is the energy which is possessed by the body. For example, a bullet fired from a gun can pierce a target due to its kinetic energy, because the amount of work it can do, that work is converted into mechanical energy, which is piercing the object, the wood. Okay, different examples are there. Let me think over for another example. A moving hammer, जो आप हथौड़ा लेके you drive a nail into the wood, that's because of again kinetic energy. Kinetic energy की वजह से ही जो आपका nail है that can be drawn into the wood. So there are different examples in your daily life of kinetic energy. Wherever you see a body is in motion, the vehicles running over the roads is an example of kinetic energy. After these examples, we'll study the expression for kinetic energy. Though we all know the expression for kinetic energy is half mv square, but still we'll derive it. Let us take an example. A body is rolling over a surface. We apply F force over the object. Okay, but before we applied this force, the velocity of the object was 0, and after applying the force, the body started moving and it attained some velocity v. From 0 it has attained velocity v and covering the distance s. Let us say m be the mass of the body, and once it changed its velocity from 0 to v, it attained acceleration a. Distance covered is s. Then, as per the expression of motion, इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन जो हमने स्टडी की है, v स्क्वेयर माइनस u स्क्वेयर इज इक्वल टू 2as. Now u initial velocity over here is 0, final velocity is v itself, a is the acceleration and s is the displacement. So we come to know v square is equal to 2as from this expression, and a is equal to v square by 2s. Now as we want to calculate the kinetic energy, and I told you that it is the amount of work that we are doing, and for work done, you know what is the expression, force into displacement. Over here we are having this s displacement, and force due to Newton's second law of motion, we know that is mass into acceleration because of Newton's second law. F is equal to ma. So putting this value instead of F, we have got mas. Now a from the expression 1, mv square by 2s into s from equation 1. We'll get the expression half mv square, which is the same as we have written, and you already know this expression. So here we have driven it. Now we'll be using the calculus method as well. By calculus method, Now when we are using the calculus method, we'll be using the small amount of work done for small amount of displacement, and let's say the body was moving in the direction of the force itself, so cos 0 degree will be 1, F dot ds will get the same expression dw. We want to calculate the complete work done in order to calculate the complete energy. So we are having dw is equal to F. Instead of F we can write m into A, and A is dv by dt. Before integrating it, calculating the complete work done, let us sort out the expression. Because kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, we don't have the displacement over here in this expression, so we will be trying to eliminate the displacement. What I'll do, ये जो dt है dv के नीचे, इसको मैं ले जाता हूँ ds के नीचे, and in this manner we are going to eliminate this displacement, as ds by dt is ds by dt change, rate of change of displacement is velocity itself, so this expression will become mv dv. Now we have got this displacement eliminated. Now we can integrate it. After integrating dw, we will get mv dv integration, and velocity work done from 0 to w, and velocity from 0 to v. इंटीग्रेट कर देते हैं, मास इज अ कांस्टेंट टर्म तो बाहर आ जाएगा, v का इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे तो v स्क्वायर बाय 2, एंड लिमिट फ्रॉम 0 टू v. इधर कंप्लीट वर्क डन w आ जाएगा, विच विल बी अल्टीमेटली द काइनेटिक एनर्जी, and we'll get the expression half mv square again. So this is the calculus method for you to calculate the kinetic energy. Now there is another expression which we should know, is the relation between kinetic energy and linear momentum. In lot of numericals we use this relation of kinetic energy and linear momentum, so we should know the expression. We know that P is equal to mv, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Now in order to make it momentum, I will multiply this expression by m and divide it by m as well. Now see, as mv is equal to p, so m square v square will be equal to p square divided by m. Kinetic energy 2m equal to p square, and p will be equal to under root of 2 kinetic energy into m. Or kinetic energy, if you want to have kinetic energy calculated, then kinetic energy is equal to half p square m, p square by m, sorry. This is the relation between kinetic energy and linear momentum, should remember it. Then comes work energy theorem. For constant force, we can use the equation of motion directly. What's that? V square minus u square is equal to 2as. The example already I have given. The body moving with u velocity is accelerated, applied force with, and has changed its velocity to v. Now this expression, I want to convert this into kinetic energy, so kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, means half into mass into velocity square. So in these both, we are lagging half m, so I'll multiply with half m this complete expression. What I'll get, this will be the kinetic energy final, because it is having final velocity, minus kinetic energy initial, as it is having initial energy, is equal to, it will come out to be MAS, mass into acceleration is force into displacement, and ultimately is the work done. So work is the measure of kinetic energy. This is what I have been telling you from the very beginning of energy, that what is work or energy, they are vice versa. What this actually is, change in kinetic energy. How much kinetic energy has been changed means from initial to final, how much it was, the difference in that is equal to the work done on the body by the net force. This is work energy theorem for you. For the variable force, if you want to calculate for variable force, then we will be using the calculus method. Same, dW is equal to F dot ds. The displacement is in the direction of force itself, so it will be F dot ds cos 0 degree, cos 0 will be 1. Okay, you can write it, cos 0 degree is equal to 1. Now F is equal to MA, again dW is equal to MA ds, m dV by dt, same process, we will be calculating mv dV as we have done earlier, dW. Now we'll integrate it. This time the work done is getting sorted by when velocity was changing from u to v. The body was initially having some kinetic energy, okay, means it was already moving, and we applied force and accelerated it, and attained a velocity v out of that body. Integrating v square by 2, this time the limit is from u to v, so it will be half mv square by half mv square, half mv square minus half m u square, resulting into kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. This will be the work done, and that proves the work energy theorem for the variable force. Means either it is variable force or a constant force, the work, it is equal to change in kinetic energy of the body. So this is work energy theorem for you. Later we'll be giving questions based on the topics that we have done till now, and then we'll start doing the potential energy, and after potential energy we'll be doing conservative and non-conservative forces and gravitational potential energy. That's it for today.